Welcome to the Movie Pick, where my dad and his co-host do a deep dive on their favorite movies and all the things they love about them. Hope you enjoy this week's Movie Pick, recorded in Jet Studios, and give us a rating, but only if it's a good one.
All right. So maybe the only thing I can do is take everything he's got. But to beat me, he's going to have to kill me. And to kill me, he's going to have the heart to stand in front of me. And to do that, he's got to be willing to die himself. I mean, these movies just write themselves.
It's a great line.
Is it though? So there's going to be a lot of conversation about that. And we'll just go in hot, really quick, right now. Welcome in, Beaver.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I have to say this though. That line just described the whole movie.
Didn't it though?
Yeah, I mean that's the point.
Yeah. I mean, I think we did the whole pod just then.
See you next week.
Yeah, that was a fun one. But so let's go in 100 miles an hour.
Okay.
On this podcast. And what I mean by that is I actually had this question way further down.
Okay.
But we're just going to go ahead and go into it right now.
Okay.
Is this movie actually good, or is it just fun to watch? We're talking about Rocky IV.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I think it's according to who you ask.
Yeah.
So if you ask a 6-year-old me
Sure.
that went to this,
Yeah.
it's the best thing I ever saw.
Sure.
I will say this, even at 46-year-old me, who's about to be 47, still holds up. And now I appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's entertainment.
Yeah.
A lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of time capsule stuff. The Hugo Boss shirt cracks me up every time I see it.
Sure.
What's even funnier about that movie is it was 85, but they kind of project it like it's 1993.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, so which I would have been 14 then, and it
Right.
kind of relates more to that era than it does 1985. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think I would agree 100%, but I do think it's a really good movie at what it does. Does that
It's the 80s-esque movie. There's not a movie that has more montages in it.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it holds the record.
Yeah.
It has the most minutes of montages in it. I think so.
And that exact conversation, the montage, like the training montage, whatever, the driving montage with the memories, like that brings up the question and why you have to ask yourself, is this really good or am I just having fun?
Right.
You know, there's nothing wrong with either answer. If somebody told me, you know what, I don't think this is actually a well-made movie, I just think it's a fun movie to watch, like, have at. That's Michael Bay's formula and how he made his whole career.
I will say this, in every montage, Rocky's montages always make you feel something.
Yeah.
And so it gets beyond the entertainment. It's pulling you into that moment.
Sure.
Like when the driving montage, good example. You feel the pain of Apollo dying. Like you feel the regret of him not throwing the towel, and you feel that.
Throw the towel.
Yeah, you feel that in that montage, or the training montage where he takes the little picture of himself and rips it off the mirror, or whatever it is. Like you feel those things.
Sure.
And so, and you said it was Michael Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's,
Michael Bay, the same thing. Like Michael Bay, you know, when he directs a movie, he's given us popcorn entertainment. He's done a couple of really good movies. 13 Hours, one of them. Yeah.
Well, one of the movies of its time that had the similar montages is Top Gun. I mean, it's that same thing that they don't have to say nothing.
Sure.
They can show you, give you a good track behind it, and you get exactly what's happening. You feel what they're feeling, and mission accomplished.
Yeah. Yeah. Landon and I did Spider-Man 2 last week, the Tobey Maguire version. And, there was a couple scenes where they had to do almost like the comic book thought bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
These memories were like the comic book thought bubbles for Rocky. And Rocky is on a short list, like the Rocky series, really any of them, except for 5, really any of them are on the short list of so I put Pursuit of Happiness in my motivational movie section. Like if I need to be motivated, like maybe I'm down about something. Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith is one of the movies I could watch and it gets me ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky is also one of them, like you said. Even if it pulls at the cheesy heartstrings,
yes,
it pulls.
Sidebar before we get way off.
Yeah.
Rocky
And
Five.
like I said, we went in 100 miles an hour.
Rocky Five is a stinker, but do you know why it's a stinker?
I have a lot of reasons why.
So, do you want to know why Sylvester Stallone says it's a stinker?
Well, there's no Apollo Creed for one thing.
He said, "I wish I'd have never
Really?
killed him."
Really? I didn't know that.
He said, "I should have left him in a wheelchair."
Yeah.
And he said that's why Rocky Five was so bad, because of how I killed a main character that didn't need to be killed.
Sure. Well, there was actually, so in this one, I felt like, well, we'll get to this. Now I am getting ahead of myself. So 1985, the World Series, Royals beat the Cardinals.
Yep.
And I think that one had a nickname like the I-85 series or something, because they were both Missouri teams. Listen to this. Now, this is just the top 5 in 1985 domestically. So I did not go globally. Number 5, Cocoon. Remember that one?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this he chased down Tom Cruise in The Firm, if you remember that. Wilford Brimley did. Number 4, and this is what just lets you know like he was on superstar status. So number 4 was this movie, Rocky 4. Number 3 was Rambo, First Blood Part 2.
Wow.
Which is always, so the First Bloods, I love the name of the first one. But then when they started going First Blood Part 3, I'm like,
why couldn't it have been Second or Third Blood?
Yes, like something. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, guys, you can write a whole movie, but you can't think of a better title than that. So number 3 was Rambo First Blood Part 2, which is hard to say altogether.
Yes.
Number 2, and again, listen to this year. Like this is just phenomenal. Beverly Hills Cop, the first one. And then the movie, Back to the Future, was number 1.
Of course it was.
Like that one could carry the weight, even if the other 4 were stinkers. But you have 4 really good ones there.
100%. Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Cocoon fan. Like it's okay.
It was a great movie.
Yeah, it had its day, but it doesn't resonate now.
Was Steve Guttenberg in that?
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, I was a Guttenberg guy, especially in the Police Academy. Yeah.
True.
So this movie, if you're a parent and you're listening, there was only a couple little things where I would say this is available on VidAngel. So there's really only a couple little things where I would say might be something to watch out for, because it we misremember movies over time, or we miss little bitty things. During the Apollo entrance with the James Brown dancers, and there were some of the girls that
scantily clad.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's a very professional way to put it. There was a couple of ladies that were scantily clad but you can block that out. That's what's so cool about VidAngel. You could literally block that out, and it would just skip right past it.
That's my one high vocabulary word of the day. You're not going to get any more.
That was impressive. That was impressive. I was proud of it. So this movie had an IMDb rating of 6.9.
I think that's low.
Yeah, agreed. I agree with you.
I think it's got to be in the high 7s.
I don't know about high, but at least 7.5. Like I've seen some movies
anything above 7.5 would be high 7. So yeah. I'm right there with you. 7, 6, 7, 7 is where I would be at on that.
No. This is probably my favorite stat of it. The runtime is 91 minutes, which is sharp. I like that. I actually liked the runtime on this one better than I did. Spoiler alert for you. I watched the original 5 all this week.
Okay.
I've put some Rocky time in this week. I watched 1 through 5 this week. Wanted to watch Balboa, but just did not. Honestly, just ran out of the physical time to watch Balboa. I liked the runtime on this one better than any of the others. The others, I felt like there was a scene or two that needed to be shortened or cut. Where this one, I was like, nailed it. Y'all got it perfect. If anything, we could have cut another 2 or 3 minutes. But the funniest thing about that, like we talked about, what is it? 31.9% of this movie is montage.
So it's 31 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 31 minutes of montage.
Yeah. So out of 91 minutes, 31 minutes being montage, meaning there's only an hour of actual story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that montage isn't, not the training montages or the memory montages when he's driving the car. Not that those aren't part of the story.
Right.
But a little bit of a cheat code. Like, hey, we're just going to show this. Go work out, Stallone.
Sometimes, though, less is more, man.
I just said it was my favorite runtime of all of them.
Yep, that's right.
I felt like they nailed it. I actually, so I really love Rocky 1 and 2, and those are probably the two best films in the franchise, especially the first Rocky franchise.
Yeah.
And we won't delve too much into Creed, but what are your thoughts on the Creed series?
So the first one, so I have mixed feelings about it.
Okay.
I know that they had to millennial it up a little bit because it was modern. I thought the first one was good.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into the second one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a, you ever hear the phrase like good, better, best?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it went best, better, good. Like it was like, it's like the first one, or not best, better, good.
So are there three of them?
Yeah, there's three of them. So I thought the first Creed with starring Michael B. Jordan, I thought the first one was incredible.
So what is the second one? Is
The second one, when he fights Drago's son.
So yeah, so
Love that one.
I couldn't get into it.
Yeah. So the first one was the better one though. Like the first one was incredible when he first meets Rocky.
I don't know what the third one is.
The third one, I saw it once. It had the guy that played King that got in trouble. Like, I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah, I know.
I'm blanking on his name.
Stallone died.
Majors,
right?
something.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors.
No, Stallone's not in that one. He's not in the third one.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was really what kind of hurt the third one. Really, was him not being in it.
Yeah, I didn't watch
it. But overall, I liked the series a lot, especially the first and second one though. But first memories of Rocky. Like, what are your first memories of Rocky? This is a hard question.
So, I mean, it came out before I was born. We were watching Rocky while I was still in diapers.
Yeah.
So I'm probably 3.
Yeah.
It's probably 3, which that's 1982. So there was already, by the third one. So probably I think my first memory of Rocky was him getting body slammed by Sugar Lips.
Thunder Lips.
Thunder Lips. Sugar Lips.
I knew you were talking about Hulk Hogan.
In time fact checking, folks. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Thunder Lips. Yeah. But Hulk Hogan, yes.
Yes.
That's my first memory. I was probably 3 or 4 years old watching it and was like, even at that age, I knew that you wasn't supposed to body slam a boxer.
Sure. Sure. Oh, I love that scene. In the third one, I love that.
Yeah.
So one thing that makes these movies feel like one long story is the fact that they use, like, so when the first one ends with the Apollo and Rocky fight, the second one picks up with the Apollo Rocky fight.
Oh, yeah.
And every one of them does that.
Yeah.
Like this movie, the fourth one, the first 2 or 3 minutes, which is still what's so funny about the 91-minute runtime. The first 2 or 3 minutes are
just a replay of what you saw at the end of the other. Yeah.
Yes. Now, they lived in a different world than we do.
Yeah.
Like when you talk about going to the movies then, like there wasn't as many movies on TV. You didn't buy as many movies on VHS didn't come around until like sometime in the 80s.
So
you see what I'm saying?
So I would say 84
Yeah.
was probably about the time VHS was getting to be a big deal.
But that's what I mean. Like it was almost like a kind of a recap for you.
Yes. Yes. It was definitely a recap. 100%.
Where we don't need that now. Like we could watch the movie. I watched all 5 Rocky movies this week on demand.
Right.
You couldn't do that in 85. You couldn't watch the first 3 leading up to 4.
That's correct.
So it was really cool, but it makes it to where when you watch them, it feels like this one long story. And it's almost like, wait, was that the third? Wait, was that the fourth? It kind of mixes
together.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. So like for me, I don't remember when I saw this one because they do run together for me.
So I would have saw it at the theater.
Yeah.
In 85.
Good for you.
I would have been 6.
Yeah.
We went and watched it.
Nice.
Also, my aunt had a video store, which I bring that up every time.
Well, I mean, we're talking about movies.
So I had so that's the scene that of him holding the flag of the cover of Rocky.
Yeah.
I had that life-size stand-up cardboard of that.
Nice.
In my bedroom.
Yeah.
For years.
Wish you still had it.
Wish I still had it.
Could have taken it with me in a couple of weeks to Chattanooga.
Yeah.
We'll be standing up there if you want to come see us. But yeah.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. Yeah.
But yeah, no, we went to the theater. My dad was a 2-time Golden Glove boxing champion, so he was all about Rocky and so we went and saw it, but I remember, and this is so cheesy.
Just then everybody check their volume to make sure.
I remember My dad cried when Apollo died.
I could see it. I mean, we know now, like I knew by the time I was able to watch the movie, like and pay attention, like I knew Apollo was going to die in this. But I could see in the moment,
like what happened?
Yeah, like what in the world? And it was pretty horrific too. Like especially for that time and like a PG-13 movie, they went pretty rough on how it went.
Well, and also considering that we were in the middle at the height of the Cold War, and that you're one of your main characters who's all American.
Yeah.
Literally just had James Brown singing an American song. By the way, James Brown's final hit.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And but yeah, it's pretty intense scene where the towel hits the floor too late, and
well, that like the way that the Carl Weathers acted it.
Yeah,
like when he falls down and then his body like does like a like a little bit of a flinch color. It was kind of like, oh whoa, that was
the behind the scenes
hardcore.
Of that, right?
No, I don't.
So they thought that was real.
Like, oh wow!
The physicians jumped in and interrupted the scene because with that flinch, they thought he had.
Oh, it's painful to watch, even though you know it's fake.
Well, here's why. So here's some behind the scenes stuff that you don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. That's why I didn't want to talk about it before.
So when they were fighting, there was a scene where Dolph Lundgren really hit him really hard, and he left the set, and it took him like 4 days to get him to come back. I guess you already knew that by the way you're shaking your head. So they thought that it happened again, and he really hurt him.
Wow. Now, I did not know that. I knew the first part. I didn't know the second part.
So you knew about him hurting Sylvester Stallone, too.
Yeah.
So
like hurt his rib, like broke his ribs or something, didn't he?
So
it messed up his heart.
So it hit his heart so hard it punctured the sac that's around the heart, and they said that it was the same injury you get on a head-on collision in a car and you hit the steering wheel. And he was in the hospital 9 days.
Yeah. I mean, Dolph was a beast in this.
Oh yeah.
And
well, they put 10 pounds of muscle on him for this.
20?
Well, he was required to put 10 on.
You're good.
Yeah, he was required to put 10 pounds on.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but I think he put 20 on, like total.
He was a specimen. For sure.
Yeah, he definitely was. So let's talk about Stallone since we got on there for a second.
Okay.
Directed 8 movies.
Okay.
This is the list. We'll just kind of fly through them. I think it's cool to know though. Expendables, Paradise Alley, Staying Alive, Rambo. So those are 4 of them. And then Rocky 2, 3, 4, and Balboa. Those are the direct, so half of his movies he's directed were the Rocky series. And this is like his baby, like the Rocky series. Even though First Blood, like he had 2 legacy characters that he can just keep on playing over and over again. Rocky was like the one that made him, for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Do you know about how much money he took in Rocky 1?
No.
So everybody wanted his script, but they didn't want him to be Rocky.
I did know that, but I don't know how much. Yeah.
So we can fact check this, but I believe it was $50,000 is what he got paid to do but he got 10% of the royalties, and he made $20 million off the royalties.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah. Well, I mean, he wrote Rocky 1 through 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like wrote all those, Paradise Out. And these are not the screenplay. These are not movies that he just did the screenplay for. Because he has some other movies he just did the screenplay. These are ones he actually wrote the movie.
Yeah.
Paradise Alley, again, Staying Alive, Rambo 3. So First Blood, I guess, part 3. Let's do that again. Rambo, the 2008 one. This was a mind-blowing stat. I'll see if you can guess the other guy. So he's one of only 2 actors in history to have starred in a box office #1 film across 6 consecutive decades. So that's over a 60-year period. Could be like a 51-year period if you time it right. But so he's one of only 2 guys to do that.
I only have one guess, and it's probably wrong.
Take it.
Is it Clint Eastwood?
Harrison Ford. That would have been a good guess. I doubt the 20s he would have one. But is that not crazy?
It is crazy.
Yeah. So those 2 guys over one part of I don't know if it started with the 60s or started with the 70s, but over a 60-year period, counting those 6 decades, each one of them have at least had one #1 movie at the box office. Crazy. And started it, not just like, hey, he had a cameo. In the films in which he appeared, just talking about Stallone for a second, grossed over 7.5 billion worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't think of, I mean, we don't think of him in that light as much anymore because his biggest day was when we were kids. You know,
sure, yeah.
like the 70s when Stallone or when Rocky first came out, and then the 80s for sure. And even the first part of the 90s, like the first 6 or 7, through 96, 97. Dude was like A+ superstar.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It did kind of trail off, and then he found a really good spot, like with the Expendables and the Creed series, and kind of made a second name for himself.
Yeah.
And then now he's got that show, the Tulsa King. I know a lot of people love that. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's had not a rebirth of a career, but like a little bit of a renaissance of a career.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense? Now, one thing I always wondered about was, and this isn't making fun of the guy, but his literal face shape.
You do know what that is, right?
I'd heard it, but I looked it up to make sure. You go ahead though if you've got it.
Yeah, so it's something to do when he was born, when they were pulling him out, and was it the forceps?
Yep.
And it messed his lip up. That's the main reason that they casted Milo Ventimiglia.
Yes,
because he has the same mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's talking about the guy that played
his son in Rocky Balboa.
Yes, in the sixth one. Yeah. But I'd always just, as a kid, just thought that was his face. And here's how much I associated him with Rocky. I thought it was from boxing. You know what I mean? Like, I always thought like something happened.
Yeah, that works.
What happened to Mickey Rourke?
Right. Yeah, that works.
Like in real life. But I thought like, oh, it's something that happened with the Rocky movies. Because I just thought, like, I thought Michael Keaton was actually Batman. I guess I thought Stallone was actually Rocky. But then I found out like, oh, it actually was something that happened to him at birth. I think my mom was the first person to ever mention it to me.
Really?
Yeah. So one thing I noticed, and we came in 100 miles an hour. Yeah, with is this a good movie or is this a fun movie? So one thing I noticed though is you might watch one of these, and you might be tempted to say Stallone's not a good actor. Like, really? That's not putting him down, but but if you watch all of them, it's really incredible how consistent he is through the whole franchise.
Agreed.
Does that make sense? You could go and watch one today, and then you could skip to 5, even though it's a bad movie. You could go 1 to 5, and then you could go to like the second Creed.
Yeah.
And Rocky stayed the same. Like, doesn't mean the character never evolved and doesn't mean the character never developed.
Right.
I just mean he played the part the same way.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And it was really interesting to watch because, again, sometimes I would watch these and I'd think, kind of laugh at it like, oh, man, it's just a cheesy Rocky line. But again, he stayed the same through the whole thing.
Right.
And, one word that he would use a lot, oh, they think I'm punchy. And I didn't get that at first. I realized, he was saying they think I'm dumb.
Yes. Well, in the interview, Stallone said that, that character was supposed to play a wise guy.
Yeah.
In Rocky 1. It's where they wanted him to be a money collector.
Yeah, and he was kind of a that guy.
So wise guys are actually, they're just muscle, they're meatheads. They're not anything, and he kind of stayed true to that pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was, but like I said, it was so consistent that it was really a lot of fun to watch.
Yes.
But now we've done nothing but brag on Stallone. Listen to the 2000 to 2005 though. Like this is a rough
run.
Oh man. So, and I'm just going to read out the IMDb ratings for these as well.
Okay.
So there's Driven, 4.6.
Never saw it.
Detox, never even heard of it, 5.3. Avenging Angelo, 5.1. Spy Kids 3, Game Over, 4.4. I remember him being in that.
I remember him being
Yeah. But then kind of came back with the Rocky Balboa.
Where was Cliffhanger?
Rambo.
Was that before that?
Oh, man. We could go into a Cliffhanger podcast on that.
Let's don't do that.
Yeah. No, Cliffhanger was 93.
I knew it was sometime before that.
Yeah. But I think that's when he found his spot, though. He went back to Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
Went back to Rambo. He was like, you know what? these past 5 or 6 years have been kind of rough, and so I better go back to the hits. Let's not try to make new albums. Let's make hits for everybody to remember me.
Yeah, right. Play the
But
hits. Yeah.
but you had some thoughts on the director's cut of
Yeah.
this movie.
So there is actually a director's cut that includes 38 minutes that we don't see in.
I had no idea.
And so the big part of where the robot is cut out of it. And I watched a good 10 minutes of it, and there's a little more fight scene in it, but most of it is Rocky arguing with the boxing commission.
That's funny.
About the fight with Drago, and they're trying to talk him out of it and telling him, he's only had one fight and he killed a man, sort of thing. It was pretty cheesy, and it's probably a good thing they left it out.
Sure. Well, yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, I think you hit the nail on the head. Less is more.
Yeah.
With these less is more. I don't need some big, long, expository story that's just going on forever.
Yeah. So, do you know why the robot was in and made the movie?
No, I have a section, and we're gonna go to this right now. What bumps this movie down 3 points? Why is it not a 10? Why is it 6.9? What bumps it down to 3.1 points?
Okay.
So let's talk about the robot.
So in the book, Polly has romantic relationship with the robot.
Interesting.
In the book.
Okay. So I even wrote down, I'm not even going to get in the relationship with, it was weird.
So that is a real robot.
Yeah.
And that was Sylvester Stallone's robot. And it was for his kid. It's an autism robot.
Okay. Didn't know that.
And so they kind of souped it up to make it look like he had all this technology and he was fancy, but it was actually his robot.
That is funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, the robot thing was so weird.
It was weird. It was so displaced from the rest of the movie. What he was trying,
and the franchise in general.
Well, what he was trying to sell is that they were living in high cotton, man.
Sure.
They were fancy car, fancy house, fancy pool, fancy robot.
And if he had known that Polly, now this is going into the fifth one a little bit. If he had known that Polly was going to, sign over power of attorney to their accountant and blow everything, he probably wouldn't have given him the robot.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Like that's another thing. That was my next thing of what bumps this movie down 3 points. Man, Polly is like the worst brother-in-law in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is consistent through the franchise too.
Well, he had never acted before Rocky 1.
Oh no, the actor does a great job. I'm talking about the character.
I'm just saying, but he did a good job being the guy that he was supposed to.
Oh, he did phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like if I'm talking about what bumps it down, I'm talking about the actual character, not the actor. Burt Young was good.
Yeah, Burt Young was good.
Yeah, he did a great job. Like they told him, "Hey, play an unredeemable character that no one could possibly ever like."
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And he just said, "Okie doke," and did it over 5 movies. Mm-hmm. He might have even been in I think he was still in Balboa, so 6. He just wasn't in Creed. He had passed away by then, like the actor had.
Fun fact about Balboa, I don't know if this came up, but they were supposed to have Clubber Lang in that movie.
Were they really? That'd be great.
He was going to be a commentator in Rocky's comeback, but they did not want to take the because he was a main character before, they didn't want him to try to reattain main character status in that movie, and they just wanted him as a side note, and they thought it was just better to leave him out. So they did.
Yeah. It was funny when you watch, especially when you watch like 2, 3, 4, and it goes from Apollo being the antagonist to Clubber Lang being the antagonist to Drago in this.
Yes. Like
the part got less and less and less. Like they gave Carl Weathers quite a bit to do in the second one.
It's great.
In the third one, like Mr. T's acting was mainly just like, man, look at the camera and look angry, you know, and just say stuff. Like he was almost like professional wrestler level.
Absolutely.
Of how they, had him just really amp it up. I'm coming for you, like, and then
he became part of the WWF after that.
Yeah. But then with Drago, they were like, you know what? You just stand there and look menacing. Less is more. We're going to give you 9 lines. Less is more.
9 or 7?
9. I've got an over under for you in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. But also another one that bothered me on this movie was no Mick. There's no. This is the only one of the original 5 that doesn't have Mick in it at all.
Right.
Even though he dies in the 3rd one.
Right. They have a flashback. Yeah.
And the 5th was so bad. Like, such a bad movie. And even that flashback scene, I'm like, oh, guys.
I will say, though, I really like the training scene where, and I can never remember his name, but he was Apollo's trainer, and he is talking to him about how like, Apollo was his son.
Are you talking about in this movie? In 4? Yes.
In 4,
yes.
Yeah. What
yes.
a great line. What a great scene. It was,
Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duke. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What was his real name? I have it written down because I had him in the stuff that works for this. Tony Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
He was part of my what bumps this movie up section.
I see 3 of them. Hit the one in the middle.
Yeah, yeah. No, he was great.
Yeah,
and he had one of the best line reads in the throw the towel. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, no Mick, no Burgess Meredith. I love Burgess Meredith, and he's fun in anything that I ever see him in.
Yeah.
So to not have him in this one was a little bit of a bummer.
Agreed.
But I think the thing that bumps this one down the most has to be our girl Adrian, Talia Shire. I like her in this series. This is my least favorite Adrian.
So she was, I don't know if you know this or not, but like one of the things that she was told to be throughout the entire series was a buzzkill.
Well, so, okay, I have this listed out. The first one, she's awkwardly shy.
Yeah.
Like, awkwardly shy. She's that kid you talk to that won't even look at you where you're like, now I feel weird. Like, I don't even know what to do now.
Your awkwardness has rubbed off on me.
Yes, like now this is an awkward situation for everyone. In the second one, like they pull the whole soap opera thing and they put her in a coma.
Yeah.
And Rocky won't even go see his baby.
Right.
Like, I'm not even going to get, this may be for another Rocky pod. I don't know about his fathering, like his parenting. I'm like, I don't know, Rock. I see a lot of weaknesses. I see a lot of flaws in your parenting.
Well, we didn't see very much about his mom or dad. So.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But like this fight happens on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And they just left Robert with, hey, just stay with him. I'll tell you I love you on the TV. Yeah. See you on the TV, son. And Adrian leaves him as well. But so the second one, she spends time in a coma. Mm-hmm. Nothing Talia Shire can do with that. Right? Like, you can't do anything when you're just laying there.
Right.
And a big chunk of the movie, he's just there at her bedside.
Correct.
Now, the third one, she was really supportive. Like, she's the one that got him remotivated.
Yes.
When he's wearing the little crop top on the beach with Apollo. Like, she's the one that, when he's like, I'm scared. And she's pretty much like, get over it, dude. You can fight. So the third one or the fifth one was my favorite Adrian. Because in the fifth one, she becomes like superstar wife.
Yeah.
Like, they'd lost everything. They'd lost their money. She
becomes the head of the house.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. And she was like, hey, get it together. You've got your wife here that loves you. You got your son here that loves you, like, and your son's, losing his way. Yeah. And you're paying attention to, Tommy the machine gun. And so, like, it's nothing on Talia Shire or Adrian. Again, fifth one, she's actually, when I was rewatching them, I was like, you're my favorite character in this movie.
Yeah.
She was my favorite character in number 5, which tells you a lot about how bad 5 is.
5 is bad.
Yeah. But this one.
Before we get to
Go ahead.
Worst sequel, Die Hard 2, Rocky 5.
Oh, I love Die Hard 2. I love Die Hard 2. Yeah, so Rocky 5, that's easy. Die Hard 2 holds up. Is there another Die Hard you mean? The one in Russia's bad. The fifth one.
Die Hard 2 has so many plot holes. We'll talk about it.
When he explodes from the, it's my favorite scene. when he's flying in the air in the pilot seat. Yeah, it's a great movie.
Anyway, it's
a great movie.
Anyway,
yeah.
Sorry about that. So get back to this.
Yeah, no, I like a tangent like that. But so this one though, like the thing when I think of her in this one is, what is it? She said it's suicide. You're going to lose or you can't win. Like, that's what she tells him. Like, and then she just lets him go and then shows up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. She was my least favorite in this one. Like, I didn't know somebody could be less than Polly for me in these.
Well, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah, I'm here.
Not trying to get into Sylvester Stallone's psychology much, but
sure.
Just think about it this way, though. She has a point of view that she's just watched her husband's best friend, who he struggled to beat and didn't, or he lost, and
Yeah.
and watched the dismantling. And let's keep in mind that there was no drug testing, so obviously he was roided and whatever it was. But uh, in the hypothetical
Barry
world,
Bonds watches this like, man, those were the days.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I can see the perspective of, because if you look at it from the view of, hey, dude, you ain't got nothing else to prove.
No.
Like, what are you trying to prove here? Like, are you going to go fight the Cold War on your own? Is that what you're trying to do here?
Right.
And so from that point, it's not being less supportive. It's actually trying to keep your husband and your kid's dad around.
Sure.
So I can see that.
Oh no, I get it. It was her delivery.
But she's a buzzkill. That's what she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
She's not supposed to, she's supposed to be selfish. I mean, that's
like if you go watch 3 and 5, she's superstar all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one, she just lost her way for a little bit. And I get she comes around and she's there to support him. But I guess there's so much psychologically for the boxers, or for anybody, anybody, but for an athlete in general, there's so much that's psychological about it. And you've got your number one supporter there telling you, hey, this is suicide. You can't win.
Well, I watch a lot of the UFC and stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll show the spouses during the fights, and most of them ain't watching the fight.
I wouldn't be able to.
Their hands are in their face are in their hands.
Sure.
They're not watching.
Sure. Well, they so we watch the 2 or 3 minutes that they're there.
Right.
They have to deal with the weeks of recovery, months of recovery.
Yeah.
And even hoping they recover.
Right. And you saw the beginning of what Rocky V looked like.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. And so she was right. His hands are shaking after this fight. All right. So what makes this movie work, though? Now, we talked about the things that, to me, bump it down a little bit. Now, Carl Weathers. He brings it.
He's great, man.
And this was what stinks is this was his best one, really. Like, he was a lot of fun in the third one. Training Rocky after Mick dies, taking him to where he first learned how to box, the running on the beach, and like, he kept saying, you owe me a favor, you owe me a favor. Like, he was so great in the third one. But he brought his A game in this one.
So let me ask you a surprise question. What real life professional athlete does Carl Weathers' character Apollo Creed make you think of?
Deion Sanders.
I was going to say Michael Irvin.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see either one. I mean, they were teammates.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, he does remind me, where it's like they're a superstar.
Yeah, and they know it.
And they know it.
Yeah.
But they back it up.
Yes. 100%.
Like it's not the guy that talks and he's talking for the other players on his team.
Right.
he's talking for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But so now when we think about Carl Weathers, which it stinks, now that he's actually passed away in real life.
Right.
But now when we think about that, he's had 3 pretty legendary deaths in movies. There was
Predator.
He got taken out, and he got like one arm at a time taken out. And a crazy one, Rocky. And then the big one, Happy Gilmore. When he falls out of the window, the gator got him. Tia didn't know that Chubbs in Happy Gilmore was him. When I said that the other night, I was like, there's Chubbs. She was like, what?
Funny sidebar.
Yeah.
One of my good friends who is the Gordon County probate judge.
Yeah.
We were doing ministry down in Florida, and they had a gator pit. They had a 14-foot gator that was missing an eye. And Judge Parker walked up and said, you got Chubbs' arm.
That's funny.
And nobody was expecting it. It was all serious.
Yeah.
And everybody started laughing. But yeah. So it's very iconic. And
but he was so good in this.
So good.
So good through the whole series. Now, if you go back and rewatch the first one, he's kind of barely there.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second one, they gave him a little bit more. But I agree with you. The fifth one, and even now, we couldn't get the Creed series without him eventually dying, though.
Mm-hmm.
So we did get that out of.
You could have had the Creed series.
Not with the weight. It had the weight because of that. Does that make sense?
But if he was, bedridden or in a wheelchair,
sure,
or quadriplegic at that point, you could.
But then he's coma. What's her name? Adrian. But then he's coma Adrian in the second one.
Yeah.
You know, like
right.
So
that's true.
Yeah, I think they went the better route.
Okay.
But so Dolph Lundgren.
Yep.
Another thing that works in this movie.
Yes.
Less is more. Not actually Russian.
Not Russian.
Yeah. No, he's Swedish.
He is a mixed martial artist, a champion kickboxer.
Really?
Yeah, with a chemical engineering degree, master's degree.
That didn't have that on my bingo. That's funny. But so I knew him before this. I knew him from Masters of the Universe.
Yep.
Like that was the first movie I saw him in. That I think I saw that before I saw this, even though it came out after.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you threw me off. I was like, wait a minute,
it came out afterwards. But I was a bigger He-Man fan at that age than I was Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
So
and Universal Soldier, he was in with Van Damme. He hasn't been in just a lot of movies.
He really hasn't.
Yeah.
He really well. He's kind of
Expendables and
yeah. But he's kind of not to offend, but he's kind of like one note.
Yeah.
He's got one part he can play.
Yep.
And I've never seen a movie where he did a whole lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, the over-under. So I'm going to set it at 40.
Okay.
The amount of words that we hear from Drago in this movie. Would you go over 40, under 40?
So if it's 9 lines, I'd say it's just over.
Yeah. He had 46 words.
Yeah.
So he did a lot with those 46 words.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And so, when we did the Days of Thunder podcast, we talked about how culturally iconic some of these words are.
Yeah.
A lot of his phrases, that I must break you.
Yes.
What is the other one?
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to butcher it, but the one where he's like a piece of iron.
Yes.
Yeah. So all those lines.
Yeah.
And what is the line that he tells Carl Weathers right before they fight? There's I forget.
Oh, I can't remember.
In the center of the ring or whatever.
Yeah. You will lose.
You will lose. You will.
Yeah.
Touch gloves. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. When Creed hits his gloves don't move.
Right. Yeah.
Which should have been the first sign to Apollo. Like
what we call foreshadow.
Yes. Like, whoa, this guy's being serious.
Mm-hmm.
Because Apollo was just want to get back in the limelight.
Supposed to be an exhibition.
And he just wanted his name back out there.
Yeah.
He wanted to fight again, but he wasn't taking this like a serious fight.
Yeah.
And that would have been my first clue. When I go to hit this dude's gloves, his arms don't even move.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this guy can do some damage.
Right.
And which Apollo called it. Like, kind of got to blame Apollo a little bit here. I know a lot of people want to blame Rocky for not throwing in the towel.
I blame Rocky for not throwing in.
I think even if he throws in the towel, do you think Drago is going to stop over a towel drop?
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
At least you got one extra person trying to help stop it.
Sure. Sure. But he made him promise. Like Apollo made him promise, no matter what, you don't stop this fight.
That's true.
So I'm not saying Apollo went out there on a suicide mission. I'm just saying I don't think he was taking Drago seriously.
Right.
Even after the first round beatdown.
Right.
Which was a brutal beatdown.
Oh, yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Another thing that worked, though, I don't know how you say it. It may be Brigitte
Nielsen.
There we go. As Drago's wife.
Mm-hmm.
She was also
Stallone's wife. They got engaged after the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they were married
18 months.
Yeah. Through Cobra.
Mm-hmm. I saw Cobra.
Yeah. That may come up in a little
Just
bit.
once.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw Cobra. Really weird. One of the weirdest movies I've ever seen, much less a weird 80s movie.
So I've seen that movie once, and the only thing I can equate it to is a fever dream. Like it's so choppy.
It was, again, when we talk about, somebody getting high off their own medicine, they're like, man, they think a little too highly of themselves. I remember the scene when Stallone takes out pizza in Cobra.
Yeah.
And he starts cutting it with the scissors, and he's wearing his gloves. And he picked everything that you could do. He's like, let me put this toothpick in. Let me put the sunglasses on. Let me ride this motorcycle. Everything.
Cigarette.
Yeah, everything. I don't even think there was a cigarette. I think it was toothpick the whole time.
Yeah, it could have
been. But I think everything was like, man, you pick something, you know. But it was just interesting. The scissors cutting the pizza was probably my favorite part of that movie. And weird movie, weird movie. But anyway, this isn't a Cobra Pot. So another thing that worked for this, Tony Burton is Duke, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Apparently a really accomplished chess player. So, the scene where he's playing chess.
Yeah.
So in real life, which he passed away, I think, 12 or 13 years ago. But in real life, he was a very accomplished chess player. I thought that was kind of cool that they worked that into it. Another thing that works. Now, we're not even going to get to the Drago quotes. We're saving that.
Okay.
But the quotes from the movies, or the quotes from this movie.
Yes. So I really thought you were going to open with, if I can change, you can change. I thought
we all can change.
Yeah, we all can change. I thought that's what you were going to open with, and when you didn't, you caught me off guard.
And that was the obvious one, because that's actually what I had listed at first. I had that typed out, and I was like, when I was watching the movie and he went through the whole thing with Adrian and he said that,
So when I play golf, I really struggle with my chipping sometimes. So if I ever make a good chip, that's the line I go with.
Nice.
If I can change, you can change. We all can change.
So I love whatever he hits, he destroys.
Yeah.
That was the Russian coach that said that. Not a single Russian in this movie, by the way. None of them were Russian.
They were Canadian.
Yeah. All of them were something other than Russian.
Yes.
Could have been the times too. Could have been,
of course.
Yeah. I think one of my favorites is when Rocky's telling Creed, like when Creed is saying that he wants to fight, and they're sitting there watching themselves on TV, like one of their old matches, and he's really telling him like, "Hey, you shouldn't do this.
We're old. We're not like we used to be."
But he's the exact. We're changing. We're like turning into regular people.
Yes. Yes.
But again, like when you look at, if you watch that and you just watch that scene, you think, Stallone, that was a bad acting job right there. But you watch the whole series, that's Rocky. That's what Rocky would say.
Very simple. Yep.
Yes. Obviously, throw the towel. Adrian's, you can't win. It's too memorable.
Aim for the one in the middle is one of my favorites.
Yeah. I love the reporter that after Creed falls down, his body does unfortunately, like the convulsion, like his body's like moving around, and Rocky's and the guy says Creed appears to be in very serious condition.
You think?
I mean, Creed appears to be in very serious condition. I'm like, yeah, man, I think so. He's not moving.
Yeah,
I think he does appear to be in very serious condition. That I even rewound. I was like, did he really just say that? Yeah, like who gave him that line to read? Now, another thing that worked for this. And I'll let you go first. Some 80s moments from this movie.
So
there were a lot of them. They all work.
So there's a lot so I don't know if you'll pull this one out, but the contrast of how they trained.
Yeah.
So all this technology, and that was the 80s thing with all the new technology, and they're showing all the stuff. And what's funny is as you watch it now, and a lot of that technology is very antiquated. Very dated, and then you see Rocky just doing it like the old school way.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And it's one of those things too, like neither one's right or wrong. They were both right. Well, I mean, the steroid shots were, but that falls into the wrong. But when you talk about the way he was training,
yes,
like using the technology, nothing bad. Rocky's way of being like, I just want this cabin out in the mountains. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I mean, it was incredible. Like both of their training sequences were phenomenal.
Oh yeah, 100%. And it was very 80s.
It was. Yeah. Well, and the soundtrack.
Soundtrack. Yeah.
The soundtrack screams 80s.
Well, you got Steve Perry singing. What do you?
Yeah, you do.
What do you think?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you had Eye of the Tiger opening it up, which was kind of finishing off.
Yeah.
And then you had the Hearts on Fire that played like over and over again in this.
Yes.
But so just the soundtrack in general was like a love ballad to the 80s.
I did catch a thing, and I can't remember. No one will butcher who it was, but the soundtrack, they weren't supposed to use Journey. They were supposed to use the guy that ended up doing Karate Kid's music soundtrack, Peter Cetera.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Journey had a song in this. I didn't pick up on that. I'll have to go back and find that. But
yeah, so it's in the montage of him in the Porsche.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah. See, I didn't even pick that up. So I knew. Now the funny thing about that, a little connection. The guy that directed the first Karate Kid also directed the very first Rocky movie.
Mm-hmm.
John Avildsen or Avildsen or something like that, or maybe David. Same guy.
Same guy.
Same guy. But another thing, I loved Rocky's car waxing wardrobe. I don't know if you remember that. The little outfit he was wearing had like the Adidas.
Oh, yeah, he was sporting it.
Man, he was looking good. And like Rocky's wardrobe in general, like before he went out to the mountains, like was very 80s. It had like the look.
I like the blow dry hairdo.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole look when he was speaking at the funeral, the way the collar was and the suit, and the glasses. Now movie making wise, the ridiculous amount of freeze frames. Like this movie did a ton of freeze frames.
Yeah.
Like I would almost say it probably if we were doing a record of freeze because most of the time a freeze frame only happens at the end of the movie.
Right.
This one had like 5 scattered throughout.
Interesting.
Yeah, and most of them were on Drago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last thing that just put it like deep into the 80s was not James Brown, but that James Brown intro. You know, because this would have been like right after Eddie Murphy was doing James Brown on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah, and then James Brown coming in and doing this.
Yes.
Just feels very 80s.
Living in America.
And the whole like Creed dancing, you know, and what's it, Drago coming up for like the ring was down in the ground and it was coming up. Like the whole thing just felt very 80s and a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would say so. Are they smoking cigarettes at the press conference?
I can't remember. I mean, they probably were.
Bridget Nielsen's
I saw
smoking.
Yeah, so watching all 5 of these, I saw so much smoke.
Yeah, so the smoking is very 80s anyway.
Oh, well, so the very first Rocky, which was in 76, he finishes his first match, goes to his locker room and lights up. So that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I remember that. Like, I was like, wow, okay.
If I remember right, the press conference, so one of the things in my mind, and we can fact check this, like the smoke rolling off the ashtray
I think you're right.
While they're talking.
I think you're right. Yeah. Well, it was like in every 80s and early 90s movie, it was just there.
Yes.
Like somebody had something going. Yeah. Something was lit up somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. Any other thoughts before we get to the competitions? And I got some fun stuff here for you.
So I do like how they pull the Russian military aspect into this because it's the Cold War thing. Like they don't want you to forget that's what's happening here and that the military and they got the guy that looks like, you know, the president of, I can't even remember his name, but Gorbachev.
Yeah.
And so they have that whole thing and how love how they turn their back on him, you know, and it's just those little things that they sprinkled through there that puts the emphasis of the importance of the age.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the training sequence was not in Russia. Do you know where it was?
No.
No guesses?
No.
It's in Wyoming.
That's fine.
The cabin was in Jackson Hole.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd just say it. It was beautiful. Wherever they were at, it was like, man, I want to go there.
Right.
Like sometime in the winter, I want to go there.
Yeah, that's where they were at.
That's cool. That's cool. No, it was the training. This is a movie that is known for the montage because, and we've talked about it so much, but it's so much of the movie.
Yeah.
But Rocky's training was so cool, and like Stallone actually doing those things is just crazy. Like when he had what was it, like the wheelbarrow, and he's like picking them up, like it was insane.
So you watched all those movies, so you got to see the body on the come up and the go down, right?
Yeah,
you got to see the whole transformation.
Yes.
So from 76 to 85, what a different physique. Like, yeah.
He went from like the first 2, he was muscular,
lumbery.
Yes. Yeah. He was country strong.
Yeah, he was slender and lumbery, but he was not stacked in any way.
Right.
And he seemed And he's, he's not the tallest man, but he seemed really short up against Hulk Hogan, who's probably a foot taller than him. But
right,
yeah,
but yeah, it was funny because I think it was 3 that he had said like I wanted to finally get that physique that I wanted. That I was really working to get there.
Yeah,
and so like 3 he showed up ripped.
Yeah.
Whereas in 2 again, 1 and 2 he was built very very similar to each other, even though they were like 3 years apart. So he shows up and he's kind of thicker,
Right.
and just not as cut. But then 3 shows up and it's like you can see every ab. It's like, man, that's crazy. Like, so yeah, 3 and 4 he was definitely ripped for those.
He was using the same stuff Drago was. It just wasn't
Possibly. Possibly. You said it, not me.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Competition.
favorite scene. I've got a few.
Okay.
Actually, if you have a couple of nominations, you go ahead, and then I'll fill in the gaps.
Well, how about that? You just go ahead and tell me.
Okay.
Because I don't want to overlap.
Yeah, I've got Creed versus Drago.
Okay.
And the whole thing, like the James Brown, the song, the intro, everything there. The Lamborghini memory ride, where you're looking through all 5 movies, or all 4 movies at this point.
Right.
Training montage 1.
Okay.
Before Adrian shows up. Training montage 2. After Adrian shows up. Because that's the only separator from 1 to 2. Adrian shows up. And then, obviously, Rocky versus Drago.
Okay. So, remember, I'm 6 watching this.
Sure.
So the group of little boys watching it from home, and they're fighting, and they're cheering the Rocky on. So that's always been one of my favorites. Such a time capsule.
That's funny.
So that one is a great one.
Which would have been during the Rocky versus Drago fight. So yeah.
So minus the robot, anytime Burt Young talks, especially during the fight, any of the banter, any of those things, if you haven't seen them, well, go back and watch. They're hilarious, and it's he's such a smart aleck. He plays it so good.
Yeah.
So all that is great. But I have to say, my most favorite scene is when he's in the barn and he is lifting up the wagon, and they're all in it.
That's training montage 2.
Yeah, they're in it.
Yeah.
Which means they were a part of his training.
Yeah.
And so they were on board with him and supporting him, and so that was like the big deal in the movie, because nobody was on the same page, and then you see they're getting on the same page to go into the fight.
Right.
And probably my most favorite scene is when the Russian crowd started cheering Rocky on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
When they started chanting him, that's like, because that's the time where dun, da, 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 da,
Oh yeah. That's when it started. Yeah. So the best scene to me is Creed versus Drago. I think that is the best scene in the movie, because it sets up the heart of the story. It sets up why Rocky's going to do what he's going to do. So it sets up the whole thing, and I just think it was an awesome fight.
Yeah,
like it was truly just like they made it look so realistic. And again, watching all of them, I know I've talked about that a lot, but watching all of them, the first 3, the fights look really fake compared to this one.
Yeah.
Because you could tell they weren't hitting each other.
Right.
You could tell they were missing each other on purpose.
Right.
All those kind of things. They're just kind of barely. But this one, you could tell that they actually went after it.
Oh, yeah. They were hitting each
other. Yeah. And so when Drago was hitting Apollo, it was like, man, that hurts. Like, it was hurting me to watch it. I felt like I was watching an actual boxing match.
He was hitting him.
Yes.
For sure.
So I think that's the best scene in the movie. But my favorite one, I'm with you, is Training Montage 2.
Okay.
Just because Rocky grows the beard, he climbs the mountain, he's lifting them in the wagon, the wheelbarrow, whatever it is.
Right.
And also that's when we get, the steroid shot, we get Drago, all the stuff.
Right.
So yeah, I think we're pretty in sync.
Okay.
On that. Yeah. Close.
Okay.
All right. Favorite Drago line. I've got a few, but you can add more.
I mean, he's just got none to pick from.
Yeah. I defeat all men.
Yeah, that's a great one.
If he dies, he dies.
That's probably mine, yeah.
And I must break you.
I Must Break You is one of my favorites, too.
I narrowed it down to those 3, because all 9 are good.
Yeah.
I mean, the one where he's like a piece of iron, he's not like, he is no man, he's like a piece of iron, whatever he says.
Yeah. He's a piece of iron.
Yeah.
when he says that, that's
Yeah.
where the fight turns, the movie
Oh
turns.
yeah, he that was his moment of like where Apollo should have realized when he hit the fists.
Yeah.
That was Drago's moment of like, oh, this guy's legit.
Well, and it's at the same time he says he's a piece of iron that Duke says he's human.
Yeah.
So that's like a great part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a great part of that movie.
Yeah. And actually, one of the reasons I like the Apollo and Drago fight so much is Duke. I just throw the towel. Like I just love it every time.
Well, and that scene too with Apollo's wife sitting there next to Adrian.
Yeah.
And Brigitte Nielsen.
She was good.
Yeah.
Because Brigitte Nielsen goes up to her before, hopefully after this we can be friends.
Yeah,
they're not soldiers or whatever she says to her.
Yeah.
And his wife
Yeah.
was so good in that scene. Again, I think that's the best scene.
Yeah.
Like I would almost, this is crazy talk, I would almost throw that one in for like Oscar clip.
It was good.
For that scene. Now,
good.
if you watch the whole movie for an Oscar clip, you're like, oh, I don't think so. But for that one scene, it was like they made a phenomenal movie right there for those 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever it is. So what was I don't think we ever got to your favorite Drago line out of all those?
I think it's between he's a piece of iron or if he dies, he dies.
Yeah. I think it has to be the if he dies, he dies.
Mm-hmm.
But man, so cold.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you what that speaks to. And I don't know if you ever heard this, and sorry for all those that are listening that I was listening to this Joe Rogan clip.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but Joe Rogan was a champion kickboxer, like a national, was number one.
No, I didn't know that. No.
The reason why he quit is because he kicked a guy in the head and knocked him out, and the guy didn't wake up for a long time.
Oh, wow.
They thought he died. And he said when he come back to his sensei or whatever, and he's like, I heard you had a good knockout. And he said, and he didn't get up. He said, sometimes they don't get up. And he was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Never fought again.
Yeah.
Like, so that's that mentality of,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was brutal. Like I remember even watching that as a kid, and you don't grasp everything that's going on as a kid because everything in the movie is just, like just a cartoon or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember even then thinking, wow, Drago.
Yeah.
Like, it's cold, dude. Like I think Clubber Lang would have felt bad. Like I don't think he would have been that cold.
That's great.
All right, so let's rank some antagonists.
Okay.
You didn't know that. I got a few surprises here for you.
Okay.
Let's rank some antagonists.
Okay.
All right. I've got my 5.
Okay.
Now I'll go ahead and list them out, and then you can give me your 5 in order.
Okay.
So, number 5 for me is Mr. Mullet himself, Tommy the Machine Gun. Now this is just the 5 off the original 5 films.
Okay.
Number 4 for me.
I don't think Tommy Gunn makes my list.
Yeah, well, he has to be. It's only 5. Like you have to give 5 a 5.
Okay.
I
can do that.
Unless you just say nobody replaces Tommy Gun. So number 5 for me was Tommy the Machine Gun. Number 4 was Thunderlips, Hulk Hogan. Such a fun scene. Like they just get into it, and watching Stallone jump on his back, was so much fun. Whereas like you said, it just shows how big Hogan is.
Oh yeah.
And how small Stallone is.
Yeah, he's a foot taller.
Yeah. If not more.
No, I think Hogan was 6'6", and I think Stallone's 5'6".
Yeah. Clubber Lang.
Yep.
Was number 3 for me, Mr. T.
Yep.
Incredible, but we've got stiff competition when you get here.
Yep.
Like Clubber Lang was awesome. Mr. T was awesome.
Yep.
And rewatching the third one, I'm like, man, we could have gone with 3 or 4 and had a ton of fun.
Yep.
Number 2 is Drago.
Okay.
And then number 1 is Apollo Creed. Like,
so I have it flipped.
Okay, go, you go ahead. So what's your 5?
So I'll start at the top.
Okay.
Drago, Creed.
Okay, so Drago's 1 for you.
Drago's 1.
Okay.
Creed's 2.
Okay.
Lang's 3.
Yeah.
Thunderlips 4. And Polly is 5.
Good job. Good job. You won't even let Tommy have a spot. Yeah.
He should have had no business in that movie.
Man, it was.
He should have had no lines. Should have no lines.
No, he should have had the Drago amount of lines.
Yes, exactly.
Like you hate saying that about an actor. I know the guy's a guy.
Yeah.
He actually passed away like 12 years ago. I saw that. But yeah, he was. Yeah. They gave him way too much.
And he didn't have to act.
Yeah.
He just was himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was rough. It was rough.
By the way, John Wayne's grandson
claimed that. He claimed that.
Yeah, I think that.
So
it's not true.
I think it wasn't true.
Oh.
Like I actually read that about the guy. So what Beaver's saying is the guy that played Tommy the Machine Gun
Morrison.
Yes.
Which is John Wayne's real name is Marion Morrison.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that.
I think you have to fact check it and fact check me or Beav. But I think he claimed it and it was like debunked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which makes complete sense.
What did he claim? I can't remember who he claimed he was. His
grandson is what he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or some kind of family member, something like that.
I thought he said grandson.
He may have. And I don't do fact checks anymore because it was too much work. People can Google for themselves. Yeah.
I'm running for office.
Yeah. I don't do fact checks. No more fact checks. That's funny.
I think you just qualified to be a politician.
Exactly. I'm trying. Yeah. I'm trying. So now we're going on to the Stallone. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You're still doing the competitions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're going to the Mount Rushmore for Sylvester.
Okay.
Unless you have a competition before we get there. I did have a competition. Okay.
Best hairdo
in this movie?
Yeah.
Well.
So let me give them for you.
Yeah.
So you have Stallone without a beard. Stallone with a beard.
Sure.
Brigitte Nielsen.
Oh, yeah. She's a good dude.
And Ivan Drago.
Well, those are one and the same.
Not exactly.
They're close enough.
They're very close, but hers is more of a faux hawk than his is a flat top.
They had the sibling spouse thing going on.
Did look like
when I first saw it as a kid, I thought that they were. Like I didn't pick up on some of the. And then when she said like my husband and I picked, I was like, oh, they're supposed to be married, not brother and sister. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Same haircut.
Well, let's not say he's got a flat top. She has a faux hawk. It's tapered.
They're close enough.
It's tapered. His is flat.
You're leaving out Apollo, who even fixes his hair in the ring when he first gets in.
His great. I mean, we could have said James Brown too, but I just
James Brown does not qualify. I don't think that was James's. So if that makes sense, I think James was putting a little wig up there or something.
Yeah.
So we've got Apollo, we've got Rocky. With or without the beard.
Apollo, but I'm
throwing in Apollo. You can always throw in nominations. Anybody can. Yeah. Who else? Who else was there?
Rocky with and without a beard.
Yeah.
And
Adrian Terre looked better in this movie than it did. It looked good. It looked really good.
It did.
Definitely not Pauly. He's got my dude going on.
Yeah. So you can do it one or two ways: most '80s hair or best looking hair.
I gotta go Stallone when he grew the beard.
It's hard to beat that.
He's looking cool.
It's hard to beat the lumberjack, man.
It was. I don't know why he shaved it for the match. I was like, man, you should have kept that.
Yeah.
Probably had to shave.
Yeah.
I don't remember well, no, Mr. T had his beard.
Yep.
I think he had his beard in the third one.
Definitely did, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was a rule against boxing with a beard.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could see where you wouldn't want one, but it's not like somebody can grip. I mean, their hands are, Now, UFC, I wouldn't want a beard.
No, they say that it actually glances the blow and absorbs, and it actually helps.
That's funny. Okay. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking somebody grab it and pull.
You wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've got a beard, and it hurts. Like, when my kids were little and they would grab it and pull, I was like, whoa. I'd go wherever they were pulling. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to go with Stallone with a beard.
Stallone with a beard.
Yeah.
I will say that haircut that Drago had fit him perfect.
They couldn't make the character any better.
Yeah.
They really couldn't. Like, if there was anything that was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, he looked like a Ken doll. I mean, he looked like, something that you would draw on paper and say, this is what everybody ascribes to be.
Yeah.
This is how he's built. This is how he looks. This is,
He fit the whole part.
Yeah, he did.
The whole thing. All right, Stallone, Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
So I'll give you mine first.
Okay.
I'll tell you some outside looking in.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you my 4 that made the cut. All right, these are outside looking in. Over the top.
Love that movie.
When I flip my hat backwards, I'm a different guy. Yeah. We might do that movie at some point, don't worry.
Okay.
Expendables. Not the whole series.
Never saw it.
Okay. I don't like the whole series. The newest one, I started watching it. The language was just like so bad that it's honestly turned it off. I was like, I'm out. But I do like the movies in general.
Okay.
Especially the first. I remember liking the first one a lot. Can't remember the second, but I did like the first one a lot.
Okay.
Copland. It was like one of Stallone's first, like really dramatic. I'm not going to be the action guy.
Yep.
This is probably a nostalgia one for me. I loved it as a kid. Demolition Man.
Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tango and Cash.
Love Tango and Cash.
So that one's on the outside looking in because the four that made it are tough to leave out.
I don't know if you remember the line in Tango and Cash, and he tells him, he says, "What do you think, you're Rambo?"
Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah.
So Rambo's a sissy.
Yeah.
He does not say sissy.
And then Cobra. Cobra's on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
And again, that is the definition of a movie that's fun to watch and not good. It's not a good movie. Now, my four that made it, and this was hard, and you can tell me I might be able to cheat here a little bit and get another one in. So I have the Rocky series, the Rambo series, the first two Creeds, but I didn't know if I could include them in on the Rockies, but I kind of think not. It's a whole different series. Mm-hmm. And then Cliffhanger. I love Cliffhanger. I remember my parents renting it when I was a kid and us watching it. And I think I watched it like 3 times in one weekend. Like I just kept watching it over and over and over again. I remember playing Cliffhanger with my G.I. Joes as a kid, like just playing through the whole story.
Be on there.
And the whole Ace Ventura 2 when he drops the raccoon. Like, just like in Cliffhanger. Like, so Cliffhanger. So those are my 4, Rocky, Rambo. I'm counting Creed as separate. Because even though he's playing the same part, I love him in that series.
Yeah.
And Cliffhanger. Those are my 4. All right. Your turn.
So, just for nostalgia purposes, I have to mention Rhinestone. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Him and Dolly Parton?
No.
He's a country music singer, and it's as terrible as you think it is.
That's why I've never seen it.
It's so funny, though.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Or Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Bad movie. I did see that one, yeah.
Yeah. So Tango and Cash was one that I really liked.
Now, is this your 4 or is this?
No,
okay,
I'm just talking.
Okay.
I would say my 4 is your 4. I can't argue with that at all. I love Demolition Man.
Yeah.
And it even still holds up.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that was my first Sandra Bullock sighting too. Like first movie I ever saw her in.
Yeah. I cannot get into Judge Dredd.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider was the only thing I liked as a kid.
Yeah. Couldn't get into that at all. But yeah, I'm gonna stand with you on your picks. I don't know, for lack of better options.
Well, the not bad thing is, but when you count the Rocky series and the Rambo series, that's what 5. That's 11 of his movies right there.
Yeah.
You know, you have to spend time making those.
That's right.
So a lot of his time was, and he's got other good movies. Like I like that movie. There was a movie called Daylight that came out.
The sewer movie.
But he had a lot of stinkers in there. He really did.
He did.
And so, you know, I was just like, this just ain't good. I'm definitely not going to pick that.
Yeah. Right.
Like when I was looking through his full film, and then there's also a few things, admittedly, I've never seen.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I definitely can't include that, even though it might be really good.
Yeah.
You know. Now, usually we close out with the Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
But I have a surprise topic.
Okay.
That you were hopefully not expecting.
Okay.
So, you're headed to your desert island. And you can only take one of these guys' filmographies with you. You have to either pick. You know who I'm probably pitting these two against each other. You have to either take Stallone's filmography. Or Schwarzenegger's filmography. Mm-hmm. You only get one. So, here's the case for Stallone. We've already laid out the case for Stallone.
Okay.
Yeah, the Rocky, Rambo, all the stuff. Schwarzenegger, you get Predator, just the first one. He's only in the first one. You get the Terminators.
Mm-hmm.
You get stuff like True Lies.
Mm-hmm. Collateral.
Yeah. A ton of movies. Right? Commando. Running Man.
I loved Eraser.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so you get Jingle All the Way. You know.
Last Action Hero.
Yeah. There's a lot. And we laid out a lot. We've already said a lot for Stallone.
Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah. And some of them overlap. Like they did some movies together. So, so if you had to pick only one, who are you taking?
So Rocky 4 is that movie if it's on.
Yeah.
I watch it.
Yeah.
Like my wife will come in there and she'll go, "Oh, this again." You know?
Yeah.
It's the only Stallone movie that I would do that with.
Yeah.
I have to say there's probably 3 or 4 Schwarzenegger movies that I would do that with. Terminator.
Yeah.
Commando.
Yeah.
I would do it with Running Man.
Yeah.
I would do it with Total Recall.
Yeah.
I would do it. So it's Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
True Lies. I
love True
It's
Lies.
one of those I would watch it over.
Yeah.
Or Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
So yeah,
yeah. I agree with you, and for all the reasons you just said, so I won't repeat what you just said. But I'll tell you the other thing that it would be the separator for me is there's 2 movies that are the separators big time: Jingle All the Way and Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. Yep.
And the reason being, like, if you come up with like Terminator, well, then you've also got Rambo. If you come up with this action, then you've also got this action. I never liked any of Stallone's comedies.
Yeah.
And he also doesn't have a Christmas movie in the mix.
Yeah,
so if I'm stuck on that island movie,
Yeah.
or if I'm stuck on that island,
I will say the Rhinestone's funny, but it's not funny for the
not because you want it to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not funny. It's funny, but it's ironic funny.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So that, you see what I'm saying? Though, like at Christmas time, I would have a movie that I enjoy. I'd get to watch Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Great Phil Hartman part. So, yeah. And see, and then like Kindergarten Cop is actually legitimately fun to watch.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm not going to watch Don't Tell Mom.
Yeah.
Or what's the other one? Twins.
Remember
Twins with DeVito? See,
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I didn't even mention that.
Yeah. I think it's, unfortunately, as much as I love the Rocky series and Rambo series, that's the only thing that makes it hard, though.
Yeah.
Because other than that, it's lopsided.
Yeah. It's still lopsided.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
Perfect. Well, Beav, I think we got it. I think if we can change and they can change,
We all can change.
we all can change.
Yo, Adrian,
Yeah. We did it.
we did it.
We did it.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to bump us up in the algorithms. You can send my dad any suggestions of movies you'd like for him to cover at themoviepick@aol.com. Thank you for listening.